Hey, how's it going, everybody? Here we are at the Cobra Lounge. This is where we came to film the Iditarod. Hey, the beer trucks lining up there. Look at this wonderful clock tower, and then we had that as the backdrop for the Iditarod, which we filmed at the beginning of March. But now we're March 21st here. Always do sober what you said you do drunk. Yeah. Here's the All Rise Kitchen and Tap Lounge here. I guess it's part of the Cobra Lounge here. And I don't know if they got live music or not. It's been around for a while, but look at that beautiful clock tower. Hey, Trish, Chris, Krista, J-Cat. Yeah, I'm coming on just a little bit early today because I was over in the West Loop here doing business. And I said, well, this is a perfect opportunity for me to just walk back through the West Loop. We'll go down Randolph. There's a bunch of restaurants. I haven't gone down Randolph in a while. I want to see what's still there, what's changed. Here's the Ashland stop on the green and pink line. The pink line branches off and heads over towards Lawndale from here. It goes by the United Center. Of course, the green line heads straight west all the way to Oak Park through Garfield Park and all that. Andres, how you doing there? Thanks for tuning in here. We'll let people slowly file in, and look at that nice, yeah, the green line. If you get off here or if you get off over in Garfield Park where the conservatory is, they got these nice historic enclosures that they maintained here, which is how the L used to look and still does, and it's amazing that it's still here. This green line's one of the oldest lines on the L, at least the one that went to the south, and then they extended it west here. So this is and of course you can, on Lake Street, for miles you can drive on Lake Street underneath the L. There's bike paths. They've added a lot of development here in the West Loop, and that's why I want to chase or film here. Here we're at Union Park here. We'll just head. I won't go into the park too much because we were over here last summer when they had a music festival here. They'll probably do it again this year, and we'll go by. See, they got a gymnasium. They got a nice look. There's an Amazon hub right there. There's a shopping cart. And hey, we got a fitness center. So if you just joined, we're over by Ashland, underneath Lake Street, the L, the green line here. Scholler, Danny, how you doing there? Mary, how you doing? Yeah, thanks to Lunch Bunch. Andres, yeah, what are we saying here? The weather, yeah, it's cold. It's I think we're just above freezing. We're about 33 degrees, 32. It was 25 to 28 degrees when I walked in this morning. It's back to winter, even though we're technically in the spring. We knew this would happen, that we were having the spring-like weather when we were still in winter, and now that we're supposedly, according to the calendar, we should be in spring, we're back to winter. But welcome to Chicago. It's par for the course. And so we'll just head here along Lake. I'll cut down. I'll stay along Lake. There's a building I want to film over here before. We'll see if it's still there. Here comes the train. You'll be able to hear the train go by. I don't know if we'll be able to film it. Let me get back a little bit here. Yeah, here's pink line. See how the pink lines are shorter? There are only 4 cars. It says it's not in service. It says it's not in service, but I know that's a pink line because the green lines are longer. So I guess they're running it back there. And look at this new development. You can see this from the L tracks. I don't know what they call this. But here's Union Park. We're over by Ashland and Lake. There's the Kaiser Tiger. I think that's what they call that. We might be able to see it there. But I want to film. There's a really dilapidated, interesting looking building over here, and I want to see if there's any signs of redevelopment. Yeah, the weather's flipped the switch. Chris, thanks for tuning in there. Let's see. So, Jen, let's see what's going on. What are we missing here? Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. I came on a little early today because I was over here on business, and I thought, you know, I need to have more footage of the West Loop. People are really interested in the West Loop. We've done Fulton Market District. I want to focus on Randolph Street today. We're under Lake Street. There's the Fortune Fish and Gourmet. That see all the. I want to film this pelican. You see that pelican over there? There's a pelican, and they actually use the brick. Where are we at here? We're at Lake. Man, that's loud. Look at this new development over here. Dayton Freight. Yeah, we're Lake and Laughlin. Lake and Laughlin. Look at all this new development here. Here, we'll go over to Ogden. And bear with me a second. There's a reason I'm walking this way. And then we'll cut over to Randolph. Look at these empty lots here. Well, it's not empty lots. ComEd. That's a ComEd lot right there. And look at this salvage crane there in the back of that truck. And how's everybody doing there? Yeah, Friday's weather in Grays Lake tomorrow. Rain and snow. Yeah, we're back to winter. We're back to the wintry mix. And it's... there's that building I want to film. Look, you see that turret there? You see that starting to emerge there? It's looked like that for a long time. You can see the tip of the Sears Tower there. We'll have to wait to cross here, so I'll film this new development. Look at this, yeah, luxury rental residence here. Here we're on Ogden. It's a 20-story building on Ogden. Here's the L as it goes across Ogden. This has been here, but then behind here, this is Ogden looking south here. We just missed the light, so I'll try to get across. But I wanted to film this building. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, we're early today, Mary Treese. Thanks for tuning in, Angel. Mary, yeah, so hold on a second here. We'll get a good shot of this building here before I get closer to it. I don't know what's up with this building here. And it's right at Ogden and Lake. It's got that weird turret there. We'll go by it. And then there's a club over there. We'll cross Ogden, and then we'll start cruising down Randolph. There'll be plenty to see on Randolph because there's restaurants, new development, and that's what I want to document. I want to see if any of the restaurants have changed here. So here we got the light. So we'll cross Ogden. Ogden cuts at an angle. Ogden meets up with Adams down there, becomes Route 66. Look at this. Look at this high-rise residential here. And then look at this. Look at this building. It's all graffitied up. It's got the, I guess they're trying to protect, but that exposed wood really makes me worried that this building has serious problems. And I wish they could save this turret, and we'll keep you up to date how this building, if it gets redeveloped or what happens to it. But we're at the western end of the West Loop here. Thanks for tuning in here. So, yeah, I think there's a club over here, Bottom Lounge. I remember, anybody ever heard of the Bottom Lounge? I've hung out at the Bottom Lounge. They got a nice bar. They got live music here. Sometimes they got a stage, and I want to see if this is still running. I like this little mural. They got the little aliens. Save the planet. Love is love. There's the little one-eyed Monsters Inc. guy. Save the planet. I don't know what it means here, but it's a nice little mural here. I like it. Right on Lake Street. But here's the Bottom Lounge, 1375 Lake. And it's not open now, but sometimes they post the green line really picks up speed as it heads west, doesn't it? It just flies through here. And so we'll cut down to Randolph here. I just went to go by Bottom Lounge to see if it was still there in that building that the turret is in such bad shape. But it's been that way for years. I don't know what's up with it. Yeah, thanks for hitting that like button. Play the game. So there's a small cheval over here. We saw that when we walked down Fulton Market there. Fulton Market, there's some new development on Fulton Market. We'll leave Lake Street. We'll head right over to Randolph so I can show. You know, I almost don't recognize the western end of Randolph Street anymore because there's so much new development that's happened in the past few years. And the Fulton Market District, the Randolph, western end of Randolph, all the way to Ogden here has really grown a lot. You see right there, that's a new development. There's always, well, not always, since I moved to Chicago, Randolph has had a lot of restaurants on it. Some of them pretty renowned, but then like anything, everything ebbs and flows. And look at this development we're walking by right here. So, but then there's stuff like this, typical stuff that you see in the West Loop with the balconies and warehouse housing. You know, there's that new development on Ogden over there. We'll be able to see it once we get to Randolph here. So we're at Randolph and Ada. If you're following along on a map here, we're not too far from the United Center. The United Center is kind of that way, and that's new development. I don't know what that is. Here you see how you can see the Sears Tower for orientation here. And if I cross the street here, see, Randolph is really wide over here because it's got this center portion, which is always weird. It's one way in the center. And look at that, there's that development on Ogden. And then if you look this way, look at all this new development here. And here, we'll cross behind this car. I want to get this vista looking down Randolph with these buildings here. We'll wait for this car to cross here. Randolph is not the most pedestrian friendly street because it's really hard to cross, and there's always a lot of accidents and weird things with that middle lane. And it's a leftover from when this was a warehouse district, and that's why Randolph Street's so wide. Look at that skylight in that warehouse there. So I wanted to film this development here. It's all luxury rental, and yeah, so I'm in the West Loop of Chicago, so I'm downtown's that way. I want to film this restaurant coming up here. Union Park is to the west of me. United Center's to the west of me. I'm on Randolph and Ada. I'm heading east, and we're gonna walk back into the loop. And that's why you don't recognize this area, because I didn't start where my office is. I started under the green line there at Ashland and Lake Street. That's where I started. Or actually I started at Ashland and Fulton. And that's where we filmed the Iditarod. We're in the West Loop of Chicago, west of the river. The river's losing its green hue when I crossed it earlier today. It's not as green as it was earlier in the week, which is understandable. There's Alhambra. Look at that cartoon architecture there. It's like the Aladdin cartoon there. And that's an interesting restaurant here. That's why I want to walk along Randolph. Here's a Lou Malnati's Pizza, and there's the L going by. Look at this new development here with the train going by. I think that was a green line. And this is some of the new development here in the West Loop of Chicago. Strength in community. Look at that nice mural there. We got some water towers, so that'll take you down to Madison that way. Lou Malnati's is right here. Let's cross the street and check out this Alhambra Palace. The Alhambra Palace. Has anybody ate there? I think I ate there once. Once I went there, a friend of mine was having a party. He was from Thailand, and I was hanging out with all these Thai people, and we ate at the Alhambra and they actually had like a belly dancer. I'm not joking. It was tasteful. It was actually fun. You know, the whole co-ed group enjoyed it. And look at the nice cartoon architecture here on the Alhambra Palace here on Randolph Street, West Loop of Chicago. Yeah, the lunch bunch. How you doing, Kevin? Yeah, the river was beautiful. You took a screenshot? That's good. Yeah, see, I walked along it, so I guess it was still green enough. Maybe it's because the skies were gray. There's Alhambra. You can valet. Lover's Playground. But it's like we're in Vegas or something. There's the Sears Tower. So you can see we're pretty far west of the loop there, but we're going to head back there. We got 12:03. That's why I came on a little early. I figured it would take me over an hour like yesterday to get back to the office here. We'll go right by the former location of Harpo Studios, Oprah's, where she filmed her daytime show back in the 90s and 2000s and 80s when she started. Of course, that building's gone, and now it's the McDonald's headquarters, Fortune 500 headquarters for the McDonald's Corporation. And I'll show you that new building. You can hear the L in the background. There's Sella. And you see how there's angled parking here on Randolph because it's real wide. They have a lot of outdoor seating. A lot of these restaurants have rooftop and outdoor seating, which is nice at night, so we can revisit this area in the summertime to see people actually using these wide sidewalks. And here's City Winery. See, you know how we walk along the Riverwalk and there's City Winery? This is the actual City Winery, you know, wine bar and restaurant. And they have outdoor seating here on Randolph. We're at Racine and Randolph. Racine and Randolph, you see it there? Yeah, good afternoon. What's everybody doing here? See, look, they got the big, it's like a microbrewery, but it's wine, you know. They got the, and since we're on YouTube, you can read what that is. Look at that. I'd be hesitant to show this on TikTok, but you can read those banners, what that is here. So it is legal in Illinois, and the nice iridescent 33 here. And look, the Hyatt House. So they built a big hotel over there. I was talking with someone that they actually have a hotel associated with the McDonald's headquarters because, you know, they got Hamburger University there, and all their vendors have to come in and do business. You can imagine how many vendors and business partners that McDonald's employs throughout their operations, and they want them to stay there. And so look at this. Look at this trading company. Art and Science. I don't know what this is. Color Cut Confidence. Okay. But look at this. It's like op art. Look at this crazy designs and graffiti here. And then you can hear there's the L going by. Look at that. Scenes and sounds of the city. Look at this new development. Do you recognize this? Does this look like the West Loop you remember? You know, there's so much new development over here. It's not just Fulton Market District, which is a branding thing for the real estate. You know, this is all part of the West Loop. Fulton Market is just stuff that's along Fulton Street there. And they put the nice brick cobblestones at the intersection, which they left and kind of embellished there. But see, there's some new development over there. That's on Fulton Street. And that recently topped out. So what else we got? Let's cross the street here. We're at Randolph and May. Yeah, we'll cross the street because we'll stay on this side to film the Hamburger University. We might go inside. They got a McDonald's with, like, I think you can order stuff from McDonald's all over the world, like a Royale with cheese. I'm not joking. And so we'll go check out the McDonald's there. Not that I'm trying to promote McDonald's, but look at Randolph. Like I said, it's so much different since they built these buildings, because it used to be just like a warehouse district. You see how it goes all the way to Ogden, Fulton here. There's the green line. And yeah, you're right. You're right. Daryl, I see your comment there. Yeah, the West Loop was all warehouses. It was all a meat market warehouse district, and that's why, you know, and then there was Oprah had her Harpo Studios there, but then that's all gone too, and now it's becoming more and more residential. Starting in the 90s, the area, you know, a lot of the lofts, warehouses got converted to lofts, and then now we're in the second phase of development where they're actually taking the empty lots and they're building this high-rise luxury rental apartment, studios, 1 bedroom with like pools and amenities and amazingly high rents that I can't afford. And somebody's moving in here and doing this. See how we got this retail. Thank you. And I'm just checking out this. A lot of this is new to me too, and I've been living in the city the entire time because I don't get over this area too much. This is not my typical neighborhood. Free People. I don't know what Free People is. I guess it's a store here. We're here's the McDonald's. Here's the McDonald's headquarters. So we'll cross the street, but we'll stay here for now. There's a Walgreens here. So this is where Harpo Studios used to be. If you watched Oprah, she would film her show. There would be people lined up when she was still filming her show here to see her daytime show there. And now it's the world headquarters, the Fortune 500 headquarters for McDonald's. And they got Hamburger University, they got a Walgreens here, they got a functional McDonald's. That's all the offices above there. And again, people always told me the Harpo Studios were haunted because after the Eastland disaster, they took the bodies. Over 800 people perished. I don't know if they took all the bodies, but they took some of the bodies to be identified and they put them in this warehouse. And that was long before it was Oprah's studios. But here, let's check this out here. Let's see what this McDonald's looks like. Hamburger University. Welcome to Chicago. Here's Hamburger University. People have actually wrote in the comments that they went to Hamburger University. If you work for McDonald's, they'll send you there, and there's a whole science to how they do it. Here's the let's check out this McDonald's. I'm not gonna. I'll try to be quiet in here. I'm just gonna. I don't think I've ever even been in here. Look how it's red. Nice. This is. I heard about this McDonald's. I guess you can order special foods here, right?
Yeah. Here you can find the global favorites, right? And normally we change every 6 weeks. And now we have this kind of option until May 6th because then we change it.
You change it every once in a while.
Now we have this option from Singapore, this is from Canada, this one here from China, very delicious, I always recommend them. This one for you from Russia, this kind of served from Canada and Spain. Right?
So it's like, well, you can get McDonald's in those countries.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah.
The global menu is a selection of a different part of the world.
Yeah, thank you. That's awesome.
Yes.
You mind if I show this? Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, I want to show this. Yeah. See, you can get. Thank you so much for explaining that. I appreciate it. So you see, as she explained, you can get different types of McDonald's cuisine that are unique to the countries where they throughout the world. See, they got Singapore, Canada, China, Malaysia, Spain. You get donuts. You can get donuts. So their menu at this McDonald's is a lot more expanded than the typical McDonald's. And they see, it's the global menu. They change it up. They change it every month or so, where they'll pick different items, and then you can order all this stuff. Look at that Malaysian McFlurry. And let's just check out this store here, and then we'll walk over into the lobby here. And they got all these kiosks where you can order. And then they got plenty of charging stations for your phone there. You can just lay your phone right on there. And then we'll head right through here and we'll go into the main lobby for Hamburger University here. And so I haven't been in here. I'm just checking it out. How's it going? How you doing? I'll head right back out here because I'm sure the corporate security sees a live stream here. But I just wanted to show that as an overview here. I don't have much time to spend here. Let's see, I'm missing questions here. Yeah, you want an appointment with a cardiologist on the side. I get that. Yeah, because McDonald's is McDonald's. You know, it might not be the healthiest food. I know that they try to have healthy items, but you know, it's still McDonald's food. It's still fast food. But hey, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, let's see what the prices are. I didn't even I just missed that comment there. Here, I'll head back in behind these people. We'll just check out the prices here. I'll just go and film the we'll film the
114.
I don't even see the prices. They don't even list the prices here. So let's see if they're on here. Yeah, they don't list the prices. So I venture, thank you. I venture to say the prices are probably a little higher than your typical McDonald's. It wouldn't surprise me. Oh, sorry, maybe. And yeah, you know, like if you go to the, there you go. If you go to the it's not the Rock and Roll McDonald's anymore. The one in the River North that we go by with the next to the Hard Rock Cafe. That McDonald's, the prices are higher than typical McDonald's. I venture to say because they got that unique stuff on the menu, I'm sure their prices are higher. And you see where we're at here. So here's a nice map. I've never seen this here. We're right here. So that's all, we're west. I work over here. So normally we walk around here. Yesterday we were down by McCormick Place. This is Chicago, Navy Pier, the lake loop. We're over in the west loop. We started over here at Ashland, Union Park. We walked down Randolph. We're going to continue down Randolph and head right back straight to where I work here. So there's people over here. At least there's people milling about. Here, let me get you this Richter's Food Products. Look at this beautiful building. And look at this truck crossing here through the center. Look at this beautiful Richter's Food Products. Look at the detail. Look at that beautiful ornamentation there. And these, I guess that's tile. It's type of tile. It's not really terracotta. It's type of tile they stuck within this building. But look at this. Even the lettering is like classic. I don't know what type. It's not really Art Deco. It's just like a classic, like 40s style. And look at this nice ornamentation on this building, the Richter's Food Products here. And that shows you how this was a food. That's why it makes sense that McDonald's is here. There's the McDonald's. That's the whole new corporate headquarters for McDonald's they built where the Harpo Studios were when Oprah was still filming here. But she's long gone. She left Chicago a while ago, and they had a parade to send her off. I remember that. Look, there's the McDonald's bus. There's the McDonald's bus. You can catch the McDonald's bus. Isn't that amazing? Shows you what a big presence they are here. And so, hey, thanks for tuning in here. We got 12:15. Medallions of gold, yeah. Yeah, you know, it's a unique experience. You know, it's just McDonald's is McDonald's, but you know, their headquarters used to be in Oak Brook. It was significant that they moved into the city to pay high. I don't know if they got a tax break. Probably they did, you know. I don't know if they're paying the same high taxes that the rest of us are. Isn't that unfair that the most profitable companies can always leverage their way out of paying taxes? But here's the new development here on Randolph Street. And then we'll go Anthropologie, Sweet Green, Roti, Modern Mediterranean. I'm just showing the restaurants here. There's more interesting restaurants when we get into this next block here. So we'll head back towards the loop here. And yeah, you can rewind. Isn't that nice for YouTube? There's so many, there's positive, negatives, everything. Some things YouTube does much better than TikTok. I agree. There's a few things that TikTok does better than YouTube, and it's just the nature of competing platforms. You see there's a Nando's, La Colombe Coffee. Here we're getting to the restaurants. Of course, there's a Starbucks. There's the Morgan Station. There's the Morgan Station on the Green Line. Look at this. Let's film this. This is a residential development right at the Morgan Station. And look at that. Look at that nice mural they have at that amenity deck. I don't know if there's a pool up there or what's up there, but this is called the Dillon here, 160 Morgan. And this is new residential development in the West Loop of Chicago. There's a pool hall. I've been to that pool hall. There's a billiards room right there. And right here next to the Morgan Station is the West Loop of Chicago, Randolph and Morgan. And you can hear the hey, how's it going? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Yeah, that's great. See, people see me live streaming. They're like, that's good. So, Here's the public rec. See, look at the Central Market building. And let me get back a little bit so we can film this. And this is when this, Chris knows what I'm talking about. This used to be a warehouse district, a meat market, and it was bigger than that. Fish, produce, all kinds of things would come in on the railroads, and they would transfer it to trucks. And it was a big produce market area. That's why Randolph Street's so wide. And then here's the Texas Taco Bar. In the summertime, they'll open up all these windows. You go to Texan Taco Bar right here on Randolph Street. That's a beautiful dog. Look at that. Yeah. But they got angled parking. Here we got piercing studio. Get some jewelry. Brook Linen. Look at these stores here. Randolph and Sangamon. Randolph and Sangamon. They got stores all across there. There's the Sky Bridge. So that's where the Kennedy Expressway cuts through. Lululemon, there's a Lululemon store here, so it's not just the one on Rush Street. Of course, Blue Mercury. There's it says, let's see that La Quinta ghost sign on the side there. It's amazing. So we got Frame Bridge, Beyond the Yoga, Eye Exams, the Bodega. There's a Velvet Taco. The same stores keep popping up, but I don't know what this Frame Bridge is. It's nice. The Frame Store, Beyond Yoga, Big City Optical, Bodega Taquiera. There's a Goddess and Grocer over there. Yeah, they're pumping out the music. Jenny's Ice Cream. So some of the same stuff we see in Old Town and the Gold Coast we see over here. We're in the West Loop on Randolph, heading towards the Loop here. Cruz Blanca Brewery. Yeah, that's what's playing this music here. Yeah. How's it going, Ricky? Thanks for tuning in, and Ned, Sandra, and J-Cat. Yeah, I like this music. It's putting me in a good mood. We got about 33 degrees. So look at that new development there. Let's go check this out here. Excuse me, thank you. Thank you. And look at this thing. So this, yeah, they look at this new development here. And there's an empty lot. They had a Christmas village there in the wintertime, and it's all removed. Yeah, they call this the Row. This is one of the taller buildings they recently built. And then there's new development there. We'll stay. Here's Nobu. We'll head back to Randolph here, and so I'll have to come over here on TikTok. I'll do it some other time. I wanted to film this before we did the Iditarod, but it was early in the morning. And can you believe we're a week away? Here comes this bike. We're a week away from opening day for the White Sox. Next Thursday, I think it's a 3:20 game. There's the home opener for the White Sox. The home opener for the Cubs is on April 1st, April Fool's Day. So I'm going to try to take April 1st off of work, and I'm going to take a half day on next Thursday for the White Sox. I'll leave downtown. I might start for the lunch bunch. I'll start at lunchtime as usual on YouTube, and then I'll switch to TikTok once we get down to Sox Park there. Look at Gino's Italian here, yeah. And Leviathan Bakery. Look at this nice bakery. And then, so we'll try to film both the White Sox and the Cubs home opener, and we'll get it to you somehow. And look at this nice view to the Sky Bridge, the Sears Tower. Here's Bar Sienna. We're still on Randolph here. We're heading back. We'll be back to the highway here in a flash here. We got 1222. And I'm doing this for my own purposes as along with everybody else's here, because I don't recognize some of this stuff. This area's changed so much in the past few years. And it's always been restaurants and stuff, but see, this thing's available. It was a diner. It was called Little Goat Diner, but it's closed. So not all the restaurants make it. And some of them stay, and some of them are new. And I'm missing some. And there's a lot more on Fulton Street too. That'll be fun. Stripes 5 Street. Yeah, we're ready for baseball. We're ready for spring. So we'll take the cold weather this week. Maybe it'll warm up by next Thursday, and certainly by April 1st. And look at these columns. Are they cast iron? Nature's Care Company, the Lone Wolf. Look at that view to the Sears Tower. You can see all four of the presidential towers. The Sky Bridge, I've been in that building. I haven't been on the Sky Deck. There's an amazing views on the Sky Deck up there. And those front the highway there, right on Halstead. There's the Haymarket Pub and Brewery. See, this is Halstead. We're already to Halstead. We're Halstead and Randolph, the heart of the West Loop here. All Cheval. So somebody told me that, you know, there's the small Cheval and then there's the all Cheval. The all Cheval is much better. And check out the all Cheval. There's the Haymarket Pub and Brewery. Look at the one wheel. So you go down that way, it goes to Greektown. And this is kind of where Greektown starts in the West Loop, mainly concentrated on Halstead, at least the restaurants. More residential, some offices over here. We'll cross the street here. We're still on Randolph. And look at that nice view of the Sears Tower. There's looking down Halstead. And then I almost want to cross the street to show you how much the vista has changed on Randolph. Let's see, is there a car coming here? Maybe we'll just get out here to this median. See how they got the Randolph Market? They got this stuff in the concrete here. Look at that. I'll just do it right here. Look at this. Look at all that development going down Randolph. It just blows my mind that all this is here. But Randolph is a very dangerous street to cross as a pedestrian, as you can see right there, because the cars, they just keep pushing through, and there's not, you know, it's just too wide for pedestrians. But it's just a leftover from when this was a market. There's the Sky Bridge. We'll cross the highway here, and we'll head back into yeah, I can film this on YouTube. Look at this. Here's what is this? This is a sushi place. What is this? I don't know. It's open for lunch in Tenoshi. We got some nice little cute picnic tables. You can sit out here. Look at the plants. Well, there's a few people on the street here. There's some people heading over here to go to lunch, I think. Oop. So here's the Kennedy Expressway looking north. Yeah, the one wheels go fast, they do. Yeah, you're on your lunch break, that's great. Yeah. Look at that view. So there's the view looking south. And if you ever driven through here on the highway, you know what that's like. You're down in that trough there. Look at the pink line heading across the highway there. Layers upon layers. You got bridges on top of bridges. That Hubbard's Cave's that way. They got this ramp closed. What are they doing here? Well, there's the Kennedy's backed up once you get past the Jane Byrne interchange there, where the Eisenhower and the Dan Ryan converge and the Kennedy comes off. So traffic's backing up on the Kennedy heading north. And there's some of the look at all this development here. That's all residential with amazing skyline views, as you can imagine. Look at these cranes all lined up. You know, these cranes. But we're still on Randolph Street. We'll go right past where the Haymarket happened. We talked about the Haymarket before. I'll go right past. There's a sculpture there. We came over here one time. There's a McLaren automobile dealership right over there. How often do you see a McLaren automobile dealership? Cadillac Ranch, I don't know what that is. Icona, Supreme Frame, the Winistry. There's the McLaren dealerships right over there in this building. And you can see the tip of the Sears Tower here. This is still the West Loop. These were still west of the river, but most people don't consider, they consider the West Loop starts once you cross the highway. And I don't know what this area is called. It's still part of the loop or what it is, just some no man's land. Yeah, who needs drones? I'll be your drone. There's the McLaren Chicago. Yeah, we'll cross the street here. Oh, so that car got wrecked. There's the train going by. There's the green line heading into the loop there. That's a nice backdrop. Perfect back way to start. We'll go, once again, we went by it before. We'll go by the Haymarket monument here. In 1888, there was a part of the labor movement for the 8-hour workday, and culminated in this. There was a bomb thrown when there was a bunch of demonstrators gathered with the police, and you can look it up, the Haymarket tragedy. 1886, I'm wrong, 1886, the site of the Haymarket tragedy. Outdoor meeting had been hastily organized by anarchist advocates to protest the violent death of workers during the labor lockout the previous day. Spectators gathered for social and labor issues from atop a wagon where this monument is. 175 policemen approached, dispensed, and then a bomb was thrown, and seven policemen and 4 civilians lost their lives when that bomb. They never knew who threw the bomb, and they arrested 8 people, and then one of the guys committed suicide in prison, and the other, like, one of them got off or was commuted, and then like 6 of them were like hung, and they were hung where the courthouse is on the River North there. We go by it where the Leopold and Loeb trial was had. There was a courthouse before there, and they tore it down, and then they built the one that's there now. But this is where the Haymarket happened. There's this monument. You see all the unions, and the socialist countries still celebrate May Day because that's when that happened, May 1st, and we celebrate Labor Day. Isn't that interesting? And I know I'm glossing over a bunch of stuff. We got 12:30, so I got a half an hour to get back to the office, so I'm gonna start trucking back to the office. Look at this nice Bulls mural. Running with the Bulls, see red. Yeah, there's the bull charging there, the Chicago Bulls mural here. We're on Lake Street, and look at this. Lake Street's here. We're at Des Plaines. We're on Des Plaines at Lake, the intersection. We've lost this place. This was a great hot dog joint. I'm so sad that this is closed, but nothing lasts. And it was called the Fast Track. Anybody heard of the Fast Track? It used to be here. And, you know, because it's right near the L train here where it crosses Des Plaines at Lake. So we'll head right back down Lake Street. And we can either do the river walk, or we can just head, let's head over the river. We'll get you views of the river. We'll see if it's still green. And thanks for coming along with me, or a little tour of the West Loop. I want to check some of that stuff out. That was fun, going into that McDonald's and get McDonald's food from all over the world. But McDonald's is McDonald's no matter where you get it. There's the UPS store, Subway. Yeah, times haven't changed. Yeah, we still got labor disputes. I know. Inflation. It might happen again. I don't mean to forebode tragedy, but you know, they got to keep that stock market up, right? If that stock market ever drops, people will really, they'll be like, well, you know. And you know, we'll see how our energy. If we don't, hopefully we won't have another energy crisis. You know, with all the AI sucking up all the profits and electricity, creating robots. You know, there we'll cross at Jefferson here. We're underneath. Look how tall there's a Clinton station there. We'll cross the Lake Street here. See, we started way at Lake in Ashland, which is like a mile that way. We've already covered a mile. Now we're down here at Lake and Jefferson. There you can see the presidential towers. We'll cross the street here. I think we can cross. There's nobody coming here. Of course, that's going to change. Look, they're going to change all the lanes and come over to where I'm at. Yeah, of course. Hey, they want to make it right. That's okay. Here comes the train. Look how tall the L is here. Oh, it's pulling into the station there. Yeah, you can see it up there. Doors closing. We're all spoiled. I'm spoiled. I complain about stuff I shouldn't complain about. Don't realize you always could be worse. And yeah, I see a lot of whole families that are panhandling because of the migrants, and some of them are being the housing. I know it's hard. I try not to talk about politics on TikTok. We have to talk about it every once in a while here on YouTube. I'm not weighing in one way or the other. I'm just showing the world as it exists, and it's always hard for me to see mothers with children panhandling on the side. There's a lot more of that, and I think it's directly related to the migrant crisis. A lot of them are displaced people that ended up here in Chicago via Texas and the border. And we're going to walk under the metro track, so you're going to see more on how's the look at the metro coming through here. That's just the engine. That's just an engine. It's changing tracks to pick up another train there. And that Bring Home Chicago initiative failed. It didn't pass. And so it was going to go to the courts anyway. I'll go quiet here as we walk under the metro tracks here. And people say I never film the homeless on TikTok. They never watch my YouTubes, which frustrates me because I do. I just don't go out of my way. And when I encounter it, I try to go quiet because it's bad enough that I talk as loud as I do walking down the street there, but attract attention, evil live streamer. But here, we'll cross here. This is, Milwaukee. For like only a block here. This is like a leftover piece of Milwaukee that's all removed from the west of Milwaukee here. And so we'll cross over here. We're already back at the river. This is the other side of this building is the Calatrava statue. This is canal where we usually cross there, where the metro lines cross at grade. That's the backside of Ogilvy Station there. That's the whole train yards above there. That's Canal Street looking south. This is Lake Street, 444 West Lake Street. This is that building at the confluence of the Chicago River. So we made it back to the Riverwalk in a flash. Here comes the green line heading across there. Scenes and sounds of the city. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks everybody for coming along for a little tour of the West Loop. At least I'm trying to get to different areas we haven't gone to before. That's why people were tuning in. They're like, where is he at? I don't recognize this area. But now you'll start recognizing this because there's the Tuning Fork building and there's the Calatrava sculpture. There's the bridge in the upright position. We'll see the confluence of the north and south branches of the Chicago River. They got this nice plaza here. And we'll see what the river looks like here. Yeah, that's good. No, I see what you're talking about, Mary and Marco and Danny, and thanks everybody. And it's hard. These are real issues. That's why that was a major initiative of the Brandon Johnson Merrill administration to get that tax through, but of course it was going to be controversial, and even if it passed the primary, it was going to have to be voted on again in the fall, and the courts were challenging it. So I don't know what they're going to do to fund their initiatives now. Look at the tour boats coming through here. There's that barge is just chugging there. It's like there's a current. It's like you can't get moving there, but here comes. We'll watch this other tour boat go around here. So we'll walk up here a little bit and then we'll follow along as it. See, remember we walked up the Kinsey Street Bridge and the boats go right underneath it. That's where the Dave Matthews Band incident happened, where they dumped the contents of their tour bus on the poor architectural cruise boaters, and it was a big scandal. That happened like over 20 years ago. People still talk about it and ask about it. Isn't that amazing? But here's the North Branch of the Chicago River. You see, look at this beautiful view we got looking straight west. And I just came here just a little bit, so yeah, see all that stuff in the West Loop? I mean, just look at all that new development. I'm gonna go back and look at the footage. I'm doing this for my own edification as well because I can't keep up with it. There's Chicago's classic lady here. So if we head this way, we might be able to get to, I don't know if it's gonna turn this way or if it's gonna go under Lake Street here. So we'll try to get in position here. It really moves fast. And if they're probably gonna go down the main channel there, but we'll get a little shot here. The Chicago's classic lady as it rounds the bend here. Hey, Alberta, Canada, that's great. Yeah, that's great. Thanks for tuning in, D. That's why we do this. See, you can see this beautiful scene of the river. This river was reversed. It used to flow into Lake Michigan. Now it flows the other way. It goes that way and goes down to the Illinois River and the Mississippi. And we got all these architectural boat crews. It's pretty cold today, as I'm sure it is where you're at. And we're up to 33 degrees. It was like 25 degrees this morning, but we'll follow along with this boat here and watch it as it goes under the Lake Street Bridge. And then we'll walk over to that river walk, and I'll head back to work here. But look, they're working on the L. There's Chicago classic lady heading under the bridge there. It moves fast. Look at that, ladies, guys. Men at work. Yeah, thanks, D. Thanks for your great comment there. Alberta, Canada is beautiful. You got all the Banff and Calgary and Edmonton and the mountains, and you got the Great Plains there. You know, I like when people tune in from other areas there. We got people tune in from all over the world here to watch a little bit of Chicago. It's nice. And there's the Merchandise Mart. They call this the Salesforce Tower. And this is offices, and then that's residential, even though it looks the same. Residential, offices, residential. And they just recently built these buildings at the Wolf Point. And there's the south branch of the Chicago River. Here we're going to get the L train going by. It'll get loud here. Right down the Riverwalk here. Look, somebody got up there and put some artwork right there. I know it's not artwork. What's it all mean? Well, hey, we'll head along here. So welcome back to the Riverwalk. We made it back. 12:41. We got almost 19 minutes to make it back to Michigan Avenue. You see how there comes another boat. You see how the river's not quite as green as it was. It's starting to fade a lot. And that's what, it was even greener this morning, or maybe it just happened to be where I was there by Michigan Avenue. But here they got some artwork along here. They changed this up. And yeah, D, did you get? So D, you saw that when Chris had the stickers on his face from St. Patrick's Day. Isn't that amazing, Chris? D saw the videos, or the videos from Saturday when we were streaming with Chris there walking up to Wrigleyville, and yeah, Chris had those stickers on his face. I kept saying, Chris, I was like, "You want to use the restroom?" And you were like, "No, let's go." And then you were like, "Oh, I was gonna wash this off," but I didn't know if you wanted them on or not, because you know it was they put them on at the bar. And D remembers that. That's awesome. There's the Fort Dearborn. So it's going to head the same way as the other one. We'll go by. See, they're working on the Franklin Street Bridge. They were working on the Dearborn Street Bridge. It looks like they moved down to Franklin. So there's always maintenance on these Basque-Hill bridges. We'll go out by and see what's going on here. But there's the Merchandise Mart. And there's the little Fort Dearborn architectural cruise heading by the confluence there. You went to bed with the stickers, yeah. You got most of it off. It's just just some of it wouldn't come off. You know, it was a good tattoo. It was stuck on so good. But Brandon and I were laughing about that. It was good. It's all in good fun. It looked fine. You know, people were partying so much that day. No one cared. It's just it was a good day. I went to some good bars up there in Wrigleyville and met with some people. Got off the bus to say hello. I know. You could have put that one right on your forehead. You'd be like Post Malone. You'd add them over your eyes and neck and everything. And so here's they're working on the right above us. Oh, see, working right above us. So let's get out of here. There, look at that view. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago River. See, these are the projectors, or they project the art on the mart. So maybe, yeah, later this spring and summer, once they start that back up, we'll show you the updated digital displays there. Look how nice. And I need to film it in widescreen because it's so hard to film on TikTok with the vertical. You need to have a widescreen here on YouTube. Thanks for watching on YouTube, everybody. How you doing? Yeah. Working down there at Michigan and Lake. That's good. Yeah, you got the nice job working in the big city there after all that money for college. Yeah, it's a fortune to go to college nowadays. I guess they're still trying to forgive some of the student debt, but you have to qualify. It's not everybody, you know. And that's controversial as well, too. I know. But hey, the sun's trying to come out. If the sun comes out, the river will look a lot greener. We saw the hot tub boat out last night when I walked across the river. It was in the green water. We'll see if we see it today. I don't know. But, yeah, the sun's trying to come out here. Oh, the 1920s video of the construction of the Merchandise Mart. I'll look for that, yeah. And it's on Instagram. Yeah, thanks for tagging me on that. I want to see that. I think they started building it like 1929. It wasn't finished until 1930 because all this capital built up right before the crash, and they went through with it. And just like the Empire State Building, some of the largest buildings attempted, like the Empire State Building and the Merchandise Mart, were built right before the crash, and then they couldn't fill them up because the economy tanked and then the World War II happened, and that's why the Kennedys bought it up, because it was underutilized for so long. And there were so many other buildings that were planned that got canceled by the Great Depression, you know. But I'd like to see that video. Thanks for tagging me on it there, Chris. Appreciate it. So again, we're heading along the Riverwalk here. We'll go right by the site of the Eastland disaster, which relates to that McDonald's we went into, the Hamburger University and the corporate headquarters of McDonald's, where they had the McDonald's from all over the world that you could buy there. That used to be Harpo Studios, where Oprah filmed her show. But before that, it was a warehouse. And after the Eastland disaster, a ship capsized and people drowned. They got trapped underneath in the hull, H-U-L-L, and the grisly task of identifying the bodies, they took them back to the building that used to be where the McDonald's headquarters is, and there's old pictures of the bodies on the floor, and that's why people think that place was haunted, because of all those tragic deaths, you know. But people always want to know about haunted places. Everything's haunted. Congress Hotel, you know, the old Excalibur, which is now Dow Restaurant, PAO, and So you can tell where the Eastland disaster happened when you see this building, the Britannica building, and you see this seating wall along the Riverwalk. This is where the Eastland disaster, it was a Laker ship in 1915. It tragically capsized. It was top heavy. It listed, it went from side to side, and people were down below. There was going to be a pleasure excursion for the Western Electric Company. A lot of Eastern European immigrants and their families, whole families, perished. It was a very tragic, right after the Titanic. And it was related to the Titanic because that's the reason they concreted the deck, to put more lifeboats on there. And ironically, 10 feet from the shore, people drowned on a boat with a bunch of lifeboats on it, you know. And it's just, it was a horrible tragedy. Eastland disaster, you can look it up. There's a plaque to it up there. And we went under LaSalle Street, we'll go under Clark Street. So it's in between Clark and LaSalle Streets along the Chicago River. That's where the Eastland disaster happened. 60 people have student debt. Lenders have been taking money from their Social Security benefits. Man, they're taking money from their Social Security to pay for their student loans. Man, that doesn't sound right. That's not what Social Security's for. That's why there's all these initiatives to privatize Social Security, put it in the stock market. So, like, the stock market isn't high enough that we need to, you know, and then if it ever crashes, what are we going to do then? You know, they're going to run out of money in Social Security anyway. You know, we got the bulge. That's why the Fed's so keen to lower interest rates, because we got to service this debt. Our debt keeps growing. We keep kicking the can down the road. We can't balance our budget. We can't come to an agreement on these continuing resolutions to fund the government. It's going to go down to the wire again this Saturday. Again, I'm not trying to talk about politics. I'm just talking about reality. I mean, this is just like paying bills, you know, no matter what party you're from, you know. And both parties spin with abandon, you know. Republicans try to blame it on Democrats. Democrats blame it on Republicans. Both parties, we just keep spending because we can't agree where to cut. And no one wants to take the cut. I don't want to take the cut. I get it. That's why it's hard. That's why it's, you know, 35 years, man, after they made payments for the, thanks for the good information and that. I'll look into that. And you saw me on the camera? Yeah. That's why people on TikTok, they keep like, show your face. I'm like, I got videos where I show my face. You just got to find them. No one's going to take the time to find them. You know, that's what cracks me up. The video's right there. They won't go through my account and find it. You know, they just want me to do it because it's just like asking what the temperature is instead of looking at your own phone and searching Chicago temperature. I was talking to Bob about that. Florida, that's great. Thanks, Wesley. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, you got much warmer weather in Florida, I'm sure. We're 33 degrees here, but it's okay. We got 12:51 Chicago Central Time here, Central Time Zone in North America. We'll head back to work. Here's the Marina Towers. There's where you can rent the hot tub boat. They got the paddle wheels over there. There, see, so we saw the City Winery on Randolph in the West Loop. Here's the City Winery by the Riverwalk, and they got the flames going. It looks like they're finally using that indoor area. And so, yeah, there's the hot tub boat, the little electric boats you can rent. Marina Towers, looking nice. Let's check out these flames here. They got the heat lamps in there inside the enclosed area. They built this enclosed area, but they don't really use it that much. I guess no one wants to sit in there. See, they got the heat flames going. There's somebody, one person sitting in there. Two people. Yeah. City Winery here. Hey, the river's looking green now. Look at the geese, they're liking it. Swimming in the Green River, drinking the Green River. You're right, Richard, it's too scary. I don't want to break the camera. Yeah, I'm just resisting the whole, you know, the last reason I got in this, I don't want to be TikTok famous. I don't want to be YouTube famous. the city should be the star. You know, I consider it a true genre, like Deo Talk. It started with Twitch. It's live streaming where you stream what I'm seeing, you narrate it over it. I know, like, eventually, like Day in the Life of Corey, you know, she was streaming Savannah. She went back there. She went back to Savannah, was streaming Savannah, even though she lives in North Carolina. But now it's mostly about, she just sits in her nice North Carolina house and talks about, you know, haunted stuff. She talks about, she's into the royal family in England, you know, and so she talks, it becomes like her own little show. But she films her face all the time now. She switched from being a live streamer to being a celebrity, you know, like a TikTok face, you know. And I resist that. I'm a live streamer. I'll always be a live streamer. You know, I always be, you know, you could see my reflection sometimes. People still find me on the street. People saw me in the West Loop. They were saying hello, you know. It's bad enough. Bob and people come from out of town and want to hang out. It's great. Here's Chicago Remembers. Here's the Vietnam War Memorial here. And so we'll leave the Riverwalk here. We'll head back into the office here. I'll head up the stairs here. We'll get a nice view going up these stairs here. Yeah, I know not all the loans qualify, and it's just really hard. It's like a whole, like, filtering process that, you know. Yeah, I'm the best supporting actor, thanks. Trying to give a narrative and just be the voiceover. Well, obviously I get some enjoyment out of it. I wouldn't continue doing it if I considered it a hardship. Here's the back of, sometimes I get tired is all it is, and then I get cranky. Here's the back of the George Washington monument. The Masons did this. There's George Washington with Haym Solomon on the right, Robert Morris on the left. Look how you can see the Marina Towers behind there. And we'll cross the street here. We got sirens coming. So we had the light to cross, but the sirens went through there, so we got a really nice close-up shot of the ambulance going by. Look at that clock there with the time on it. This is the Jewelers Building, and we'll head right across back to Michigan here. This is Wabash. There's the Emerald Loop. We got the light here. There's the Wrigley Building, the Tribune, the tall Trump Tower, and then we'll see if we get the L round in the corner there. There it is, look. Yeah, there's the L. How's it going there? Thanks for tuning in. There's the scene of the L round in the bend there at Wabash and Lake. Look how nice that looks. And so, thanks, Jeffrey. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, I don't know if there's still many smelts out in the lake. I just saw that comment about the smelts in the lake. People do go smelt fishing. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? Yeah, Brian in Chicago. That's great. Thanks for tuning in. That's great. Yeah. Yeah, people do smelt fish on Lake Michigan. I've done it too. You go out there with the nets. It's mostly you just drink beer and you're cold and you don't catch anything. We went by Lawrence's Fisheries down there by Chinatown, and then there's Calumet Fisheries down at 95th. That's in the Blues Brothers. But Calumet Fisheries caught fire. You used to be able to get smelt at Lawrence Fisheries and Calumet Fisheries. I don't know where they got them. The smelts really dwindled in Lake Michigan, but they said the fish are coming back. People that fish in Chicago said the fishing in Lake Michigan is better now than it's been in years. A lot of the fish is coming back. They've stopped the invasive species. They call them Asian carp. There's another more scientific correct name for them than that. But they got an electronic barrier down there by Lamont and Lockport that keeps them down in the Illinois River. It's really bad in the Illinois River. sometimes people in their motorized boats, they'll jump out of the water and jump into their boat and smack them in the head, the Asian carp, because they came up the Mississippi and they're all in the Illinois and they want to get in the Great Lakes, and we're trying to stop them from getting the Great Lakes because there's all the zebra mussels came in on the Lakers from the St. Lawrence Canal there, you know, it goes up to Canada, and the zebra mussels have messed up the lake too. They're an invasive species too, so that affected the smelt. But here's the view to the Wrigley building here. We're crossing Michigan Avenue here at Water Street, and I'm gonna head back to work here. So I'll be back on TikTok tonight for my usual walk home. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thanks for checking out our tour of the West Loop. 12:58. I didn't think I was going to make it back in time. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Give me an audience, a nice discussion here. I know I missed some comments, but at least we checked out that Hamburger University. And here, let me turn on the chat there. Live fish. Yeah, I think you can eat the fish if you got a fish license. It depends, you know. I'm sure you could search online. I'm not a fisherman myself. I don't have the patience for it. But it's a good question there. And Chris answered it right there. Let's see. You can eat the fish you pull out of the Chicago River, but you shouldn't make a habit of it. They got pollutants. Yeah, they got mercury and all kinds of stuff, you know. But it's up to you. Just don't eat it all the time. But hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Have a great day there. We'll see you tonight. And I'll probably be working from home tomorrow, so maybe we'll do the zoo tomorrow at lunch. So thanks, Lunch Bunch. We'll see you later. Thanks, Mary, Chris, Wesley, Michael Anderson, Annette, Marco, J-Cat, everybody, Jeffrey, new people, Dia Blaze. Thanks for tuning in from Canada. We'll see you all later. Have a great day. Appreciate it.